Hello and welcome back to the White Paper Channel. Before we start, I'd like to give a disclaimer that I have a towel and change of clothes right next to me in case any of you all want to pour the freaking Gatorade on me because I am on fire on calling these. So, first, I posted a full article going through the primary literature on Reddit explaining why the personalized cancer vaccine would work. Then, about a week before the personalized cancer vaccine results were released, I posted a video explaining the exact numbers that of like how effective it would be. Then I told you all that the RSV results would be released this month. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys one more thing to look out for, okay? The second generation mRNA flu vaccines. And these are the ones where it's basically like a flu vaccine and Tamiflu. So the treatment, if you do get infected, rolled into one shot. Moderna is currently sitting on the data. They have it. They have it already. So they could release that probably within the next month. Okay, now back to this RSV news, right? So really happy with it. Currently, it says it's 83.7% effective, which is greater than the next competitor, which is GSK's 82.6% efficacy. Now, when it comes to the severe disease, 3 or more symptoms, GSK does have Moderna beat. Theirs is 90 something percent effective, and Moderna's is still sitting at that 80, around the same percentage, is 82.4%. Now, I bet you're wondering, how is this possible? How is it you're effective against 2 symptoms and 3 symptoms is the same percentage? And that's because out of the 64 individuals that tested positive, 55 were in the placebo group, and some math on it, 9 were in the treatment arm. And then when it came to the 3 or more symptoms, so 1/3 of the people in the treatment arm, so 3 out of 9, had 3 or more symptoms, and then the placebo group, it was 17, which is roughly 1/3. So you end up with an efficacy that pretty much translates directly from, I guess you'd call it moderately severe and severe disease. So that makes intuitive sense. And so then I had to dig deeper into the GSK numbers, like you all know that we do on this podcast. And right now I'm at GSK's website, and they've posted all their numbers. And the first thing that sticks out to me is that their cases reported were up into the 11th of April 2022. So they were studying it in the springtime. Like, that's not even respiratory season. So for all we know, real world efficacy of their shot is probably significantly worse. And I'm not just, obviously I'm biased. I'm very pro mRNA. But the FDA, these guys are not idiots. These guys are brilliant. I've listened to them, and they have analyzed down to the deepest minutia. And they will point this out. Hey, your shot was tested when the disease was not prevalent. Where is the data from when the following the respiratory season? Because this was one of the roughest RSV seasons that we've had in a long time. So this is going to be really interesting if they have to take some backpedal some of their data. So one other thing that really stuck out was that when you look at their p-values are pretty decent up until you look at their above 80-year-old population and their frail population. And when you get to those numbers, the efficacy is extremely poor. It's 33.8% effective in the greater than 80-year-old population, and it's 14.9% effective in the frail population. So this is going to be really interesting what happens. I think this is a slam dunk success for Moderna. Um, I'm just extremely happy about this right now. All right, you effers better subscribe and like the video because I've been pumping out consistent quality data that allows you to make excellent decisions on when to time your investment into Moderna. I am going to start branching out to some of these other smaller biotechs. Some people have inboxed me some really good biotech companies. Some of them, timing wise, it's not quite right to just put all of your money in yet. Also, I am not a financial advisor. I'm doing this purely for fun. Thank you and good night.